Since 1873, students and alumni of color have been making history with their knowledge and expertise on the campus of Syracuse University and in the world. As undergraduates, many have been pioneers in creating student clubs, organizations, school traditions, and the development of university programs and departments. Hi, I'm Ben Green, class of 2008, advisor to the Friends of SU Alumni Group. Listen to our podcast about students and alumni making history past, present, and near. It's called FSU, Our History is Here.
Peace and blessings, Benji, Mr. R&B, and we're coming together to put together the story, the history. Oh, no. Did I say his story? No. Her story of the Third World Dance Troupe, who has grown and still exists as creations. But there's nothing like having the founders talk to you about how it all came together. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce my guests, Ms. Jenice and Ms. Kathy Jordan. Ladies, welcome.
Welcome to episode 2. Now, in episode 1, you met Kathy Jordan and Jenice View, and they shared how Third World Dance Troupe began due to the lack of diverse culture on the Syracuse University campus, especially in performing arts. Let's check back with the founders and discover how the Third World Dance Troupe became creations.
So that's when the name changed from Third World Dance Troupe to Creations. I think it was our senior year.
It had to be 79, 80.
It had to be.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying, we were doing our own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing I know, I hear there's a Creations thing.
Right.
And I'm like, why did they change the name?
Yeah, right.
What did you think, Denise, when you heard Creations?
Well, I wasn't opposed to it, obviously. And it happened before we graduated. It wasn't like the thing would happen after we graduated. It happened before we graduated. And I think it was this young woman who brought the idea. And she was also doing modern dance, right? So there was a shift from African dance to modern dance. So when I tell my kids, for example, or other people that the name of the dance troupe was Third World Dance Troupe, why you call it that? And it's like, because that's what we were in the 70s. That we were in solidarity with people, people of color around the world, and it was called Third World, and there was no shame, no blame, it wasn't a pejorative thing, right? To say Third World.
Represented the motherland, the term at the time. It was kind of revolutionary. And just like you said at that time, if people said they were traveling to Africa, people would say, why are you going there?
True.
So,
yeah.
The third world singing group as well at the time.
Oh, yes.
Now that we
know what we gotta do.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's a great thing. I want you to think about this, right? You're getting to your senior years, right? You two decide to pledge. You got this.
We pledged our junior year. It was a spring.
Okay, so your junior year, even better. It's your
right.
junior year, it makes sense. You pledge your junior year. To me, I'm thinking, okay, y'all must really got it going on because you decide to pledge. That takes up a lot of your time, right? Between studying and extracurricular activities, AKA Third World.
Yeah.
You guys must have felt comfortable just about enough to pledge. Meanwhile, the troupe was still going on. Did you dance while you were pledging?
We did.
I guess.
I mean, even our step show was more full of dance. Do you remember? More full of dance than step.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. We must have been, but we were really young and energetic then too.
Yeah. I mean, we took advantage of everything. I mean, we had to pledge. It was like you just, in addition to that was.
Kathy, you were the one who led me to Delta. I have to say that.
Oh,
is that right?
Because my mother had pledged graduate chapter here in DC our freshman year of college, but my whole life she had said, "Oh, those sororities, they're not about anything, whatever." So that was in my head. And then the women on campus that I really respected tended to be Deltas, right? But I still just didn't think it was for me. And I remember we were coming out of dance rehearsal and there was a sign right outside for, I guess they didn't call it the smoker for the women, but whatever it was,
right.
The orientation or, whatever. And you said, we should do this. Let's check this out.
It was a rush or something.
Yeah, that's a rush. That was a rush. And you said we should do this. And I said, really? And you said, yeah, we should do this. So I said, okay, let's do it.
There you go. See, you were right there, always willing. See, we hit it off.
Leader, you always say, let's do this.
Yeah. Well, thank you for going along with my big idea. Right? No regrets, I hope.
None. Both of our daughters are Deltas. So
okay.
No regrets.
Legacy, see?
Yeah.
So tell me this. I probably know what the answer is. What was harder, starting a dance troupe or pledging?
Yeah, you know the answer to that, Ben.
Yeah.
I know.
You should know.
I know, pledging, yeah. Because, as I do remember when you guys were pledging. Around that time, I was knee deep at WAER. What I loved about being in Newhouse 2 WAER, we had 1, 2, 3 sides of the campus facing M Street, facing the administration building, and facing the walkway from the administration building, South Krause, to M Street. And many a times when we see many pledges going here, there, everywhere. And you probably know, if you haven't done it, if we didn't help you, we hid many of those pledges up there when people were looking for it. And we had back room studios and, brothers, have you seen? No, I didn't see anybody. And I told them, we can see everything. I think I saw them go down Marshall Street, So yeah, we were part of that innovative life.
But yeah, you're right. Hiding food in the garbage can.
Oh, please.
That in the bathroom.
Think about it. Unique ways you had to think, right? God.
Don't let this out.
Right.
I remember helping a lot of cues. A lot of pledges.
But you're right, Kathy. I guess we did dance while we were pledging.
I thought so.
I don't even have a memory of that, but we must have.
Because I remember when you were pledging, then you guys had a performance, and I was like, oh, I guess the big sisters let them. But I thought it may have been you might have felt a little more pressured because here you are pledging, knowing that your big sisters and your dean of pledges watch you, thinking you better not mess up.
How did we have time to do it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, props to y'all, man. It's like, because that's a balance.
Maybe
they didn't grades up, right?
Maybe they didn't know we did it.
Oh yeah, right, Kathy.
Know we were doing it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you believe that if you want to.
Love it. I love it, man. But yeah, the things you did, like you said, you were young, you were energetic. And if you had the talent you had now, then would you have done it?
We had the what now?
Like now, all the intelligence and life experience you have now, would you have gone through doing both at the same time?
Sure, why not?
Oh yeah.
Probably better, right? Yeah, because I tell you, man, you guys come together. Did you, before you graduated, were there any connections before you left with those who continued your tradition? Did you get a chance to chat with them or anything? Do you recall that?
I didn't. Again, I
You're trying to get out.
Get this out either. Not only trying to get out, I guess I had a problem with the fact that the name was changed. I was kind of caught up on that.
I know.
But I didn't get a chance. But I didn't get a chance to talk to him. No, I didn't. I don't know why. It had changed, and no, I had never met any of the dancers who came after us. Did you, Jenice?
Well, so I would go to the coming back together reunions pretty regularly, and then some of the people who were there when we graduated were sophomores and freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. Mm-hmm. So, like Cindy Galloway, Monique Fortuné,
right.
Well, Keith Brown, who had been a drummer and eventually became a dancer. So some of those folks I would see at the reunions, and so that kept me sort of connected, at least in those early years. And then more recently, I mean, obviously 45 years is a long time, so there've been a whole lot of people who have been members of Creations.
That's great.
I know.
Did you ever see them dance?
So for the 25th anniversary, it blew me away, Kathy, because the level of dance proficiency was, I would say, even stronger than ours. I mean, these maybe were people who were either dance majors, or, whatever. And then it was co-ed by then, and then a range of dance forms. They weren't doing African dance. It was more modern dance. But for the 25th anniversary celebration, it was astounding. Yeah.
Okay, so I would say we were a little unique then.
Yeah.
Think about it. During your time period, you represented, that concept. Mm-hmm. And you carried a history, and as the influx of the newbies who came, they kept some things that were traditional, and they brought on, things they've learned to enhance it. So seeing the things they've done, I look back and I see some of them, events they've done. I look online and I'm now connected. I'm waiting for a response back from them because, as I told Kathy, as I told Jenice, I'm waiting for the big reunion. We get everybody from the beginning to recent together and share our thoughts. It's kind of basic because you too will learn about, like, I'm very interested about the 90s, because we were in and out between CBTs. We only have bits and pieces, right? But to find out, what did you have any problems? I know they had a thin period like any group and organization, and then what kept them and brought them back together? That's going to be very interesting and fabulous. And I think very relatable to you guys because, you knew other folks were out there, even if you weren't in touch. Like Kathy and I were in touch for a while, then was it? But she had always been in my mind, I tell you. 2 to 3 days, and I was thinking about me. I need to catch up with Kathy. I'm looking at an old email and stuff. The Juno one, it bounced back. Her daughter sends me something.
Juno.
I know Juno.com. Like, what? Is that near MySpace?
You've been listening to FSU Our History is Here, Creations, Episode 2. Co-founders Jenice View and Kathy Jordan will return with Episode 3, Sunday, May 22nd. This episode of FSU Our History is Here featured the following music. Sense of Purpose by HOLIZNA-CCO. Detroit by SINY. My name is Ben Green, Ben G, Mr. R&B, your host. FSU Our History is Here podcast is an original creation of another Ben G production.